Alright, today we are working on the turbo coupe. Day one of pulling the motor. So check all this stuff out. I'm gonna put the header bolts back in for the manifold and drop the intercooler on there real quick, because the first thing I'm doing is cutting the downpipe right about where it mounts there. So I'm gonna try to pull that out with the motor so I can reuse it in the Ford Ranger. And I'm cutting the cat off because, let's face it, I need this money. So I got some gloves, some goggles, test out my new sawzall. Hopefully I won't cut my arm off. Here we go. Got the cat over there. That's gonna hopefully be $100. Nice open downpipe. So we're gonna let her rip. I just gotta put the bolts back in the manifold and put the intercooler on and see what it sounds like. All right, let's see what she sounds like. The intercooler popped off. I didn't put any clamps on it because I was just gonna run it quick, but that turbo noise sounds awesome. I'm gonna run it just like that in the Ranger with like an elbow out the side. Yeah, the intercooler popped out. So, I mean, that's pretty cool though. I'm just gonna, basically it goes down, like straight back, and then I'm gonna 90 it out right before the rear wheel on the Ranger. So, here's some money. Yeah. Let's hear that shit again. The mass airflow gets pissed when the intercooler pops off. There she is. Intercooler popped off again. Alright, well, good enough. You know what it sounds like. Hells yeah. It's a new day. I worked on the turbo coupe a little more. The wiring really sucks from the motor because this thing has a million electronics in it, and all the engine harness wiring is like intertwined in the other wiring harness. So I guess I'm gonna pull that apart when I get the motor out of it. But in the meantime, blower in the trash. It's a home light backpack. Needed a carb clean and fuel line. And I found this Mantis tiller in the trash, which I'm going to sell now also, but that also needed a carb clean. So 140 for the pair, and right now I'm going to scrap this cat from the turbo coupe. I got some copper from my house I'm going to scrap, which is in that bag. Probably not much, but I'm hoping to get $100 for the cat, but it just never works out like that. So let's go. Bullshit. So I got back. I sold that Mantis tiller and that leaf blower for $140. Found it in the trash. Probably did like half hour worth of work to it. Now I'm back working on the turbo coupe. So let's see what happens. I split that pile of wood with that axe. Yeah. Anyone need any wood? So a big issue is this is the wire to the coil. This is actually the headlight harness that wraps all the way around and goes into the car again. All the other wires for the motor, most of them I should say, are on this harness. This is distributor, idle air control solenoid, and throttle position sensor. This one's the injector harness. These two go back into the body right underneath the brake booster. So I've already identified a few of them, what they do. Most of them actually, except for two. One of them's for the switch for premium fuel or regular fuel. Speed sensor, there's a bunch. So I kind of want to strip all the wiring out that pertaining to the motor of this car, so it's gonna get pretty ugly. I'm gonna yank the motor first, and then I'm just gonna start stripping the wire. And I had somebody looking at the shell, but They never showed up. Actually, 3 people never showed up. So that's pretty good. So I just decided to part it out. I'm selling the rear end to some guy. I'm selling the seat buckle and lid for the center console to some guy. I already scrapped the cat, got 50 bucks for that. I'm taking the shifter out right now. And the motor should be coming out tomorrow. I'm just going to screw around a little bit with it tonight. See what I can get out. I still got to drain the coolant, drain the power steering, disconnect all the hoses, pull the radiator. And what else? Motor mount bolts, drive shaft, and cross member for the tranny. And it should slide out, but you know how that goes. I'll probably have to take the hood out, but there's like tons of room in between here and here. There's like 2 feet, so it's good. So we'll see what happens, but I'm going to continue pulling the shifter, and that's probably going to be the end of this video, because I got to work tonight. Here we go. Shifter off. It's actually right here. Look at that, huh? Nice. This little nylon piece is a bitch to find. There's a nylon piece that sits in here. Has like a bushing. So always keep an eye on that. I'm going to shove a rag in here for good measures. I put the bolts back in. And as far as that goes, I took the gauge cluster out, whole dash. I don't know, this thing might be worth something to someone. These go bad all the time. It's the heater control, AC control. I'm going to pull the steering wheel for, I don't know, one of my trucks maybe. Maybe even the donor, or the truck that this motor is going into. And the computer and everything's in that corner right there. So that's going to be joyful to work on. But I'm going to get the motor out, and then I'm going to pull all the wiring, I hope. So we'll see how that goes. This switch right here, regular fuel, premium fuel. This is one of the wires that goes to the harness, into the body harness, then it goes to the motor harness, which is pretty much garbage. I wish they were all separate, but never the case, man. So that concludes this video. I gotta go to work in a few hours. Motor's coming out of that tomorrow. I'm sure we'll take video of it. My roommate Donnie's gonna help me out, so that should be fun. And we'll see how many parts I can sell off this thing, because it seems like you make more money parting stuff out than you do selling it whole. So I just figured that out. Please like, comment on what they do. Sell a wiring harness for the this motor, completely done, for 500 bucks on eBay. Like, somebody makes them. So you think I should go with that, or you think I should just try to salvage this one, because it's going to be a motherfucker? But 500 bucks is 500 bucks. So like, comment, subscribe, leave some comments, you know, let me know how you're liking the videos or whatever. I live for the comments. Peace out, guys.